What's up, everybody? My name is Coree Nash, junior social work major from Gina, Louisiana.
And I'm Ebenezer Aggrey, a senior business administration major from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
And welcome to Burning Conversations, where we keep the flame burning with entertainment and things that we know you guys will want to hear. But I promise you, we won't start another fire on campus.
Yes, indeed. So, why is it called Burning Conversations? So when you're burning to know something, you can't wait to tell somebody. So that's essentially why this is called Burning Conversations. So, we've been burning to let you guys know everything that's going on campus, within our communities, and really within the world. So that's why it's called Burning Conversations. So what are we here to do? We're here to provide the truth, talk about what's real, talk about what's going on, and talk about things people want to hear. So yeah.
So today's topic, we want to talk about the first week of school and a recap of some Demon Days events that have passed by and some upcoming Demon Days events.
Oh, yeah, I heard. Yeah, the first week of school was live. It was really awake.
Yeah. I know you remember though 2020. So me and Eb, we both came 2020 during COVID year, and like everything was like different. So like first week of school during that time was like completely different from first week of school now. Yeah,
it was insane. I was talking to somebody earlier. Like our freshman year, we wore masks. You know what I'm saying? So like that was a pretty interesting difference to see everybody here on campus and live, and you can see everybody's faces and their smiles and things like that. So that was pretty interesting, just to see how we've come so far from that time.
I remember COVID year. I didn't even know what a Demon Days event was. That's because I stayed like off campus, and so me staying off campus, I came straight to class and went straight home. I probably stopped by Steak and Shake. If it was open, that was it. I don't remember. It was back in 2020, but like I remember Demon Days, like that was like non-existent to me. Like I didn't know what that was. Oh, I remember seeing pictures of Color Chaos, and I was like when are we gonna do that? Like I want to do something like that. But like now, this week, like last week was like so much fun. I got to see all my connectees because like I was a freshman connector this past summer, and like seeing all my old friends and then passing through the Brickway, like that was just like amazing.
Yeah, honestly, just to see the Brickway filled up. You know what I'm saying? So like just seeing it filled with people, and the energy was so positive, and people were so eager just to know like what was going on with each organization that were out there, and just to see like all the people you came in with, how far they've grown, how well they've grown. It's just amazing to see where you came from, and to see like where you guys are now. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of the seniors, it's their last hoorah is what I'd like to call it. Man.
Yeah, I know. Also too, we can't forget the other best part of first week of school is when you had those 20-minute classes. I was just learn about the syllabus. That's it, and then just get out of there.
I know some of my classes went on. I mean, some of the classes my teachers just took the whole time. Actually went through the syllabus, but the way they presented was pretty interesting to me. So I'm gonna shout out Dr. Marsha Hardy. We just had like an interaction in the class, and she really grabs students' attention, right? The way she just presented, and the class is leadership, motivation, and power. So that's what we're really learning about and talking about what we're gonna do over the next semester. So it was pretty interesting how she presented it, and like I couldn't take my eyes off. Like I was so engaged in the conversation. So I guess that would be the only excuse to continue extending the class or whatever.
Well, since you shout out your teachers, I gotta shout out my social work professors. I ain't gonna name them by name because I don't want to shout somebody out over somebody else. But shout out to all my social work professors. Social work rocks. I don't know about business world over there. They ran me away after my first year.
Yeah, it's a nice scene. It's a nice scene. Yeah.
Oh, I do want to get into so we met like a lot of people on the Brickway from going into like Steak and Shake or Chick-fil-A or at a Demon Days event. So like who was somebody that you met like that's very like you thought was interesting, or like it was an interesting like action out of y'all?
Yeah, I met a guy who's in PLP, Augie. Yeah, I met him.
We just went and played basketball the other day.
Yeah, it was a pretty. He's a pretty cool guy, man. He was just talking to me about trying to get on the track team, and so I was just telling him about my experience being on the track team. If you guys didn't know, I used to do track. And it was an amazing experience. The team and the family atmosphere, it was just amazing. So I was just chopping it up with him, just letting him know the ins and outs, what to look for, how to train, things like that, and really the areas to get involved with. So if you're an athlete, we like to say that you're more than an athlete, right? So we have a student athlete advisory council where you can get involved in, go to areas within the community and help out. So I was just telling him a little bit about that. Man, he was so filled with joy and energy. So that's someone who really caught my attention.
I had to say, my same occurrence that happened. Like when they played basketball with Augie, and then on our way walking to my car to go pick Augie up, I met this guy seen on campus a lot. He's a freshman. His name is Evan, and we stopped each other, and I was speaking to him. He was like, "Hey, like my cousin is married to your cousin." And then we just talking how we could be we're cousin-in-laws and things like that on my dad's side. He basically seen me post like happy birthday to my dad, and basically seeing other people liking it and sharing it, and then just was like, oh well, we cousin-in-law. So we literally just was like, okay, we wanna go play basketball. He jumped in the car. We was like literally playing basketball that whole time. Made me late to work till 3 p.m. But it just showed that like the world is like very small.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, it seems like, especially in Natchitoches, you're always seeing somebody that you're related to. I know a lot of my friends, they're like, oh yeah, that's my cousin. Oh, and he's my cousin too. Oh, and she's my cousin too. I'm like, how many cousins you got?
But yeah, that's probably me. I always say, oh, this my cousin, that's my cousin, this my cousin. But that's because Gina's a small town, but you'll think it's just stuck in Gina. But it's really not stuck in Gina. It really just expands everywhere. Like, I go to Alexandria. Oh, yeah, I got cousins in Gina. Oh, who your cousins? Such and such. Oh, they're my cousins too. Like, it always happens. Yeah, but, talking about those, like, because Augie and Evan are both freshmen, so I know, like, the new freshman class, from seeing them during the summertime to actually seeing them on campus now, it's like they're ready to get involved. They're like, energetic. Like, I really, right now, I can see all of them going to the freshman connection informational right now.
Like, and I think COVID times has passed, right? So during the years after like post COVID, campus was kind of like dead. It was kind of recovering, and I think we're finally seeing the fruits of our labors, right? Really seeing the freshmen get involved and get out there. I mean, we hosted a bunch of events and attendance was crazy, and it was the freshman class that were carrying it. So like, it's kind of insane to see. It's a great thing to see that the freshman class want to get involved. They want to see what's going on campus. They want to grow and leave their legacy here. So yeah.
Not even just a freshman too, but so I don't know how many people know this, but this year for Freshman Connection, transfer students were also they were allowed to like attend Freshman Connection this year.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And so like seeing them during that time, they were probably like senior or something like that over me, and like just seeing how they were interacting with people during Freshman Connection, having fun, running around with freshmen, and then coming on school and already knowing what they have to do.
Yeah.
So it's the only thing we just showing them is like basically our new organizations that we have, our old organizations that we have, just them getting involved too.
And I know they, I think the numbers, we had a lot of transfers, a lot more transfers coming in this year. Yeah, I believe that's what a lot of the recruiters were telling me. And a part that plays into that is athletics as well. So we got a whole bunch of new teams coming in, and I'm like ready to see what they do, how they perform, how the chemistry is. And so I think it's interesting to see how the first week goes, because it's a lot of new for a lot of people. And I think people are sometimes scared of new things, new changes.
Yeah.
But once you get into it, and once you like give people those chances to like really perform and get out there, I mean, I think you'll see the hard work and the new things that people bring from where they were before, and then they bring it to the campus. So I think it's going to be interesting what these new transfers and new people bring to the table.
Yeah. So I know that coming into this semester, I had like a lot of goals that change and expectations that changed from last semester and last year. Basically, because of like my involvement now, you know, it's been then went to his all time high right now. But I know I really want to talk about like goals. Like this year, my goals has really been to like, since I've been keep like learning about myself more and more. I've been trying to like push myself to do new things. So like I said, everybody, like I'm a social work major, and now I'm a student media doing a podcast. Like I'm trying to expand and do more things, you know. And so like really doing, I'm just trying to get experience doing all kind of things and just experience putting myself in new positions, so I can go tell others like, hey, yeah, like you might be a business major, but hey, if you want to go join, you know, student media, write articles, things like that, you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I would 100% agree with that. Like, don't limit yourself to just your major and just what you want to be, because you really come to college to figure out who you want to be and what you can really do. So like someone who really inspired me was Waylon Washington, right? He a brother of mine, and he kind of did amazing work with graphics and videos, and that like inspired me to see like, hey, like let me try to do some of that. Let me see if I could like put a flyer together, or if I could make a video, or like we're doing this podcast right now. Like he's someone that inspired me to just get out there and do new things. And that's what I would encourage everybody who's in college or wherever you are, is just to get out there, get out your comfort zone, right? Don't get comfortable, right? Get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? It's something that I always like to say, and just try to find what you can do and push past your limits and try to find your potential here.
And I think it's because people coming to college and they already put a limit on themselves.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, I'm in college, I need to do this because this is what I'm going to school for. Like, it's time to do this. Like, I'm taking college as a life lesson, learning like through the mistakes I make, things like that, and just doing new things. Like, this is the time where I should be trying new things to see what I want to do in life, network, make connections for people. Like, that's why they have us in like fine arts. You know, oh, why we gotta take fine arts? I hear that question all the time, but it's really just so help you become like a well-rounded student. And then also I take it as like a networking type of tool right there. Like if I'm in the social work world, once I get older, I can always reach out to Eb, who's a business major, and say, hey, I need help with this, or hey, I got a friend that needs a job, such and such. You know, it's like a networking thing.
And like, I'll be the first to say is that like when I came to college, my only objective was to run track, do track, and go to school, right? I felt like I did everything in high school. I was really involved in high school, and I was like, you know what, it's time for you to take a break. But you know, once I got here, it's like I couldn't sit still, and so like once I dipped my toe in the water, it's like I just took off from there, and I'm glad, right? I'm glad that I got an opportunity to do that. Is right, because if I would have stayed in my room and just focused on schoolwork and track, like I would have never got to meet such amazing people, right? I would have never gotten to dip into different cultures and beliefs and have conversations with different types of people, right? And so that's something I really admire, and I really push for people to do, is just to just get out there and see what NSU, see what college, see what the community has to offer for you.
Yeah. And then speaking of like your first year here and everything, so now you're a senior.
Yeah.
So how that's feeling?
Man, it's a lot of like last times. You get what I'm saying? It's like So our first week of school was essentially like our last first week of school as an undergraduate, and like I've really taken time to just sink, like let that sink in and let those moments sink in, because like that's the last time I'm ever gonna like have my first week of school in the fall semester, right? Because I graduate spring 2024. So I've been like, if you've been around me, you always hear like I've been saying around campus like it's the last hoorah, it's the last hoorah, it's the last things like that, and it's just me reminding myself that it's like I'm realizing that it's a lot of laughs that are coming up, and so just to cherish those moments and remember to let that sink in and experience them to the fullest potential.
Yeah. And like I said, you came in 2020, I came in 2020. And so, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, most of the people that are graduating, they came in 2020, like, from COVID year.
Yeah.
Like, this is that year where the majority of those students are, like, graduating. So, like, they're all probably feeling like, hopefully they did everything they wanted to do before they got out. 'Cause I know COVID year pushed us back a whole bit. Like, I didn't know anything coming in. So, like, now I'm glad I changed my major to social work. It kind of pushed my graduation year a little back to spring 25.
Yeah.
And I got that time to, like, start doing more things. You know, I done hit freshman connection, going on a French trip. Like, it's all hitting back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Wasn't, you know, now I'm a PLP mentor. Never would have thought that would have happened. Shout out Rita Cox.
Come on. Yeah.
But, you know, like, this is the year that the COVID students are really graduating.
It's like, my question to you is like, what inspired you to like make that change and get involved?
What hit me was once I started seeing. So once I changed my major to social work, I made friends in there in the classroom that were involved, and they had other friends that were involved. So, like, then I started seeing pictures of them doing Demon VIP, the volunteer organization.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want to do that. Like, I want to, you know, volunteer, you know, see the behind the scenes of creating all these events and everything. Yeah. And so once I had my time, 2022 summer, where I was a Demon VIP, I was like, okay, this is like where I belong. Like, I'm a very social person. I like talking to people, probably talk people to death, you know, over talk all the time. But like doing that, I came into the fall of 2022, and then it was like I met I started working in first year experience office, and then that's what hit me. I was like, okay, Corey, it's time to get involved.
Yeah.
And so that's when I started, you know, putting myself in positions where, okay, try out for this, you know, sign up for this, start doing this new stuff, and like today, president of Black Male Alliance.
Come on.
Vice president of Black Male Alliance right here. And then we're actually co-founders with 4 other amazing guys. And like none of that would have happened if I wouldn't have just said, Corey, go do it.
Yeah. And so like that's like a testament to like your, like, for you to share that story. I hope that inspires somebody right on campus who's just hearing this to just like get out your comfort zone and really see what this university has to offer. I mean,
it offers a handful of organizations, from Black Male Alliance to the Hispanic organization, from the President Leadership Program. Then you can go do Freshman Connection,
and even intramurals. You can go.
IMs,
you can get a group of friends, or just like they'll, if you don't have people to talk to or hang out with, I mean, like, they'll make a team for you, and you can get to know people that way.
That's a good way to join organizations too, because organizations put together these teams too. But like you said, you can also, you know, get a group of friends. I played on IEM's team last spring, like for softball.
Yeah,
like that was fun. I didn't know none of the guys on the team, but now I see them and shake their hand. Like, they made me friends right there.
Yeah, it like makes me think like, it's so easy to get to know somebody when you got your comfort zone. It's like, if you take the same route to class and you see that person over and over again, you can start off with a hi, next time head nod or something. Next time, like hey, I like your shoes. You know what I'm saying?
And then
like,
next thing you know, like me and Evan, like I was literally always just saying like, "What's up?" Because I remember seeing him from freshman connection, but we never had like a full blown conversation. So when we had the conversation about, oh, I seen you on Facebook, I think we cousin-in-laws.
Yeah.
That led to me like, he didn't know if I was a kidnapper or anything. Like, I was like, all right, come play basketball with us, and we.
He was like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, he jumped in the car with us, and we were playing basketball.
Yeah, and I think so that like makes me think about freshman year. So like I was in PLP, and every time after class, so class was like 11, started at 11 o'clock and ended at 12:15, and so we would just go to the caf right after that, and we would legit like have like move the chairs in the caf and make this long table where like everybody would just sit. And people would come up and be like, "Hey, can I sit here?" Like, yeah, come sit here. So it just turned into a table of 5 to a table of 10, 15, things like that, to where like people just couldn't even sit. Like we would just make capacity.
Not you tilling on y'all. So y'all moving chairs, breaking guidelines. It's supposed to be COVID year.
It's all in the name of community. You get to know people, man. So yeah, it was just a great experience. I would love for people to bring that back. Just getting to know somebody, having lunch with somebody you don't normally know, just hearing their story. Yeah,
well, actually, the other day in class, I say the other day in class, Friday, it was literally yesterday. Miss Rita, she was literally like, y'all go to the, Iberville, go, eat something together, and like she was like, who's going to Iberville? People was raising their hands, so they end up going to the caf together, eating lunch with each other. Probably some good conversations that happened.
Some good burning conversations, huh?
Yeah. So I guess it's time to get into Demon Days events. Let's do our recap of that.
Come on.
I just say, what was your favorite event so far?
I gotta say, Color Chaos, man. Like it's always fun. It's always a fun experience, man. Just throwing paint at each other, and that moment where you can just see a random person and just chunk paint at them, hug people, smear paint and things like that. It's just it represents the name, man. Just chaos, right?
Yeah.
But all in the name of fun. So that's always a fun event to get into. What about you?
So since you said Color Chaos, I can't really say that one again. And before I do say my favorite one, I do want to explain. Demon Days is like fun, free events to welcome new students and returning students, and it's the first 42 days of the fall semester. But I had to say my favorite one that hasn't happened yet. I'm gonna take that route. Okay, I had to say Pack the Pantry Bingo.
Yeah, that is always fun.
That's fun. We actually have one coming up, which is September 12th at Seven Oaks Stage at 6:30 p.m. I'm gonna have my lawn chair sitting out there ready to win my basket.
Cool. Yeah, I won. Not to brag, but I won a basket.
I won mine first
last semester. It was all good. I actually won my organization's basket, right?
Oh, you did? Yeah. Well, it was a lot of people that was winning their own organization back. So organizations, they put together these special baskets that's full with like some good stuff. I had a basket that was called Just Add Water. So in that basket, it had like oatmeal packets. It had like it was just stuff that you just add water to make it like noodles, things like that. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I had it on my refrigerator, and I always just go in there getting stuff out of it. Like it was like very useful.
Yeah, I think I had a treasure chest of things, and I had like a skeleton head in there, candy, all good stuff, man.
Well, yeah. So make sure y'all come out September 12th at the Seven Oaks Stage at 6:30 p.m. for Pack the Pantry Bingo. Very fun. Win your basket. And come make new friends.
Yes, indeed. All right. We're reaching the end of the podcast. And before we end, I just want to promote that we have a new e-edition out. So make sure that you check out our Purple Media Network .com, where you can find all other platforms such as The Current Sauce, KNWD, Yearbook, and Argus. Yeah.
And so what we want to do when ending this podcast, we want to leave y'all with an inspirational quote. So today's inspirational quote is going to be, when you do nothing, you feel overwhelmed and powerless. But when you get involved, you feel the sense of hope and accomplishment that comes from knowing you are working to make everything better. By Maya Angelou.
Yes, indeed. I like that one, Corey. I like it. Yeah, man, leave your legacy, leave your mark. leave a footprint of yourself. Yeah, so I like that.
Make your legacy.
Yeah, stay tuned for more next month. Again, my name is Ebenezer Aggrey.
And my name is Coree Nash, and thank you for turning into Burning Conversations, where we keep the flame alive.